big secret to Killzone 2's success, aside from being arguably the best looking console game of all time and packed with blockbusting action, was that it was essentially about fighting space Nazis. In space. Cockney space Nazis with glowing red eyes. Now, fat-barreled sequel Killzone 3 aims to repeat the trick by being even better looking, featuring even blockbustier action, and giving the hell-gassed villains an extra fascist makeover. Headed up by Ray Winston's history-mashing Churchill-as-an-evil dictator bad guy. And of course by adding 3D visuals, PlayStation Move motion controller functionality and split-screen co-op into what was already a huge bullet-ridden package. Ready, set, invade! At the end of the last game, our plucky band of ISA brothers had successfully murked warmongering Hellghast leader and all-round interplanetary douche, Skolar Visari,
your king went down like a
in what looked like being the deciding blow of humanity's battle against naughty colony Helgen. Not so.
We're retreating? I ain't leaving. This war isn't even half finished. What is this bullshit?
The ISA are actually losing the war, and though Visari's death has destabilised the Hellghast, a new set of dictatorial head cases are ready to fill the breach. Amidst the Neville Chamberlain haircuts and brandy-soaked war rooms, two in particular vie for power. Winston's bulldoggish Admiral Orlak,
never bargain with the ISA!
And Malcolm McDowell's snake-like Chairman Stahl.
Then we kill them.
As Stahl reveals the existence of a new Helgen superweapon, our now stranded ISA heroes Seven Rico must fight for survival and find a way to stop Stahl's big green wave of destruction.
We've got one shot at this, so we're doing this strictly by the numbers.
Ooh. Killzone still stands out from the shooty crowd thanks to its heavy armoured feel. Characters are chunky stacks of armour and firearms, and unless you're using a high-powered rifle, enemies do not go down quickly, even with a headshot. At its worst, this durability can leave you popping in and out of cover, posing distant enemies with a seemingly endless rain of automatic rounds in between waiting for your health to recover. These bits are sadly unimaginative, and not helped by the fact that playable character Sev feels much more vulnerable this time. A burst from the more accurate enemies, or even a single shot from a sniper can put you down, leaving you on the floor and begging for help. But the team at Guerrilla has also clearly worked on making Killzone 3 a more varied game, which means these stuck-in-a-rut moments never last long. Some of our favourite new things in the game include the melee attacks, activated with a click of R3, which are thumb-in-the-eye brutal and way quicker than actually shooting the Hellghast. The jetpack, which doesn't allow for full-on flying, but does make Sev more manoeuvrable and gives him a heavy machine gun with unlimited ammo. The secret Helgen superweapon called the Wasp, which looks like it's firing harmless green wisps, but explodes men like overfilled water balloons on impact, like an updated version of Doom's classic BFG. One thing we're not sold on is the apparently obligatory stealth mission, which like so many others since takes its cue from Call of Duty 4's Pripyat level. And even though it's beautiful to look at, left us a little cold. Another less obvious connection to COD 4 are these new stabby scout Hellghast, fast and mega-armoured assassins who in practice behave a lot like COD 4's attack dogs. You even interrupt their attacks with a press of R3. In the neck! You idiot. Overall though, what you can expect is a refined version of the exceptionally solid gameplay in Killzone 2. The soupier moments might be something of an acquired taste, but the set pieces are huge, the weapons uniformly thunderous to fire, and there's a wider spread of activities here to keep the pace up. Plus, Killzone 3 supports use of the PlayStation Move motion controller, not just as a hasty afterthought, but as an embedded and fully functional part of the game. Players run with the navigation controller and turn and aim insanely accurately with the Move motion controller. We found it very intuitive and loved little touches like the fact you can reload just by twisting the motion controller. This is what the technology's for, damn it, not saving birds with a fan or throwing a frisbee. Excellent work.
Open your eyes.
We've ordered in a new box of superlatives for this bit. Without going too trousers down about the whole thing, Killzone 3 is in the absolute top tier of games visually. This isn't just because it's pretty, although the dynamic lighting, depth of field effects and animation are all class-leading, but because the art design is truly exceptional. Killzone 3 shows us more of Helgen society than before. A brilliantly blended mix of mid-20th century totalitarianism, those haircuts man, and an industrial dystopian wasteland. It's original, iconic, and when put together with the game's engine becomes something extraordinary. For the first time in the series, of course, Killzone 3 can also be played in 3D. And given the level of quality in the game's graphics, it's of little surprise that the effect, like the motion controls, is brilliantly implemented. It truly adds something to the game in a way we've not seen before, and we dearly wish we could show you, so this felt less like telling our parents about an amazing invisible friend. It deserves to be tried. Killzone 3's multiplayer is an armour-clad rhino compared to Call of Duty's minigun-wielding octopus. Got that? Killzone's guerrilla warfare and Warzone matches return, but the big new addition is the operations mode. Adding cutscene-fueled objectives to the ever-stellar action, these manage to introduce some semblance of narrative and an extra motivation for all the intergalactic bloodshed. The other option, if you're feeling sociable and have more than none friends, is to plough the campaign in split-screen co-op. It's a slight letdown as the difficulty doesn't scale to take into account the extra firepower you're wielding, but it's a more than welcome addition. Killzone 3 isn't a revolutionary sequel, but it is an exceptionally beautiful and well-polished one. The really rather good shooting might be the least remarkable thing about it. It's the first big title to really show what PS3's motion control and 3D technology is capable of, and without being shallow, it looks so incredibly impressive that the experience really is transported to a different level. It's a maybe we should all buy greatcoats. The Soviets did have quite the look. 9 from us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!